All right. It seems we've got kind of the steady flow here, so I think we can jump on in. Probably be relatively brief this evening, but yeah, let's do it. So thanks everyone for joining. We got the April town hall here, and believe it or not, this is our first town hall post Jolly Jokers being minted out. Feels like we've been minted out for a while now, but yeah, last time we were doing this, we had not yet minted all of the JJs. So huge accomplishment there for the community as a whole. We'll certainly be touching on that. But yeah, high level agenda. Gonna start talking through the post mint Jolly Joker summary and just kind of where we stand in general. Had our contest finalized for Own the Madness and Hero of Hoops. We'll give an update on the DraftKings, Rainmakers, PGA Tour partnership, and everything that we have going on there. The Jolly Joker Simwin team on a 6-game winning streak in the preseason. So lots of fun stuff going on with Simwin and looking forward to that. We'll do a quick update on the Jolly Joker series of poker. And then we will end by talking about the plan for the NBA playoffs, which start this evening. We got play-in games starting this evening. We've got a little hoops contest, bit of a new format that we're going to be testing out. So we will save that for the end of the show.
Don't
And there we
worry.
have it.
Don't worry. Nothing for tonight, and we wouldn't drop that on you guys right
Yeah, good
before
call.
lock. Saw some questions about hoops and playoff hoops, and rightly so. Those of you that are all over the NBA streets, you were asking about if we were starting anything tonight. We'll get into all the details, but nothing for tonight. So enjoy some
There is a
stress-free before lock here tonight.
there is the Boards to Bucket is hosting a contest that does lock tonight. So I just posted the link in the chat here. If everybody wants to join that one, it's going to be a two game slate. So it's going to be tonight's game and tomorrow night's game to just as a little warm up. So yeah, anyone that is in here, feel free to join that one if you want a little sweat action as the playoffs kick off tonight. All right. First topic, the Jolly Jokers. As Giant Hammer just said, woo, mint out, baby. Yeah. Awesome stuff. Really enjoyed the all-day live stream. I guess it was just about exactly a month ago on the Tuesday right before March Madness kicked off, and really just been fun to see the community continuing to grow since there. We now have 1,715 unique holders. So that unique holder number seems to be climbing each and every day, which I love to see. You can, of course, see that number in real time at any time on the Jolly Jokers page on the OTM website. You can also view the status of each tier and the counts of how many holders sit in each of the Jolly Joker tiers, all the way up from JJ's through the Gold Club. Among other things there. You can also see all of the transaction activity going on. You can see the buys and sells happening on Floaty. You can see any trades and swaps happening on Evaluate. You can see all the Jokers that you own in your collection. So you haven't checked out the JJ page that we have there, definitely do so. And it's just been a ton of fun. Love seeing all the Jolly Joker picks hanging out in here in Discord, on Twitter, on the leaderboards of the OTM site, on the Dapperboard leaderboards. So shout out to all of you rocking a JJ PFP out there. And if you're not, that's okay. But you totally should. You totally should toss that JJ PFP in there. But you, of course, don't have to. But it is always fun to see that. And as we probably all know, we have also moved to the secondary marketplace over with our friends at Floaty. So Jolly Jokers have been moving on Floaty. Shout out to MBL, Austin, and the rest of the Floaty team for making that a really seamless onboarding and transition to the marketplace. Some kind of stats on what we've had here. 130 sales thus far on secondary. I think we're about basically been out live for 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more than 3 weeks. 130 total sales from 81 unique buyers. The average sale price has been $138 with a high sale of $696. And in total, $18,000 worth of Jolly Joker sales on the secondary marketplace. So really been awesome to see that. Also, we'll give a shout out to Diamond in the chat, who has a little JJ dashboard that he pulled together with some of these statistics as well. So yeah, just wanted to kind of share that with everyone. And again, I think it's really a celebratory moment, and it's just been so cool to see. Great vibes in the communities. We've got people killing it in all aspects across Top Shot and All Day and Rainmakers. Now we've had some big hits from the Jolly Jokers community in the Rainmakers game. And there we have it, Coop. I think you know what? Everything with Jolly Jokers is going smoothly, except for our friends over at Collabland, because we've all lost our roles. And I'll tell you what, I do not like being in this Discord and seeing all these gray names. It really is throwing me off. But you want to give people a little bit of an update there? I know we've had some questions of I can't see the gated channels anymore. I've lost my role. What's the latest on the Collabland situation?
Yeah, first insert that Homer Simpson gif. Someone Homer Simpson gif my JJ on that him into the bushes, because that's how I feel, and rightly so. Honestly, you guys should have your roles, and I love that you all love the roles, because that's part of the whole entire gated experience, right? I've been blasting emails to the Collabland team. I have some good back and forths going. I'm not entirely sure if it's something to do with the Flow network or if it's specific to our contract, but they are looking into it. I don't have a ton of faith in exactly their urgency, but I am at least in communication with someone almost every day. So I should have answers soon. I'm hoping it's fixed soon and something sort of just is going haywire with the refresh. But essentially, how the process works is the Collabland service looks at our contracts and the tokens of all of the Jolly Jokers on a 24 to 48 hour refresh, and seemingly something's going wrong with that refresh, and then not noticing where the tokens are in whose wallet, whose connected via the Collabland bot. So that's kind of the basics of what is happening, and we're working to figure out exactly why that's the case. A lot of like back-end Discord development type stuff is some of the things that the Collabland team is looking into. And yeah, it does seem like Neil articulately pointing out here in the chat, it does seem like the roles are working for some. So it clearly is some sort of issue.
I'd say very few. Very, very few. I mean, you click on anyone in here, no one has the Jolly Joker role.
Yeah, but I agreed. It's definitely
don't know how it's working for some people.
Exactly. That's the challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. Like OG Daddy in here, it has a Jolly Joker's role. It's almost like anybody that maybe the Golden Goat holders, because they have the Gold Club role, they're somehow maintaining it. I have no idea.
Yeah, Golden Goat.
Freddy also posted.
Yeah, Golden Goat will stay because that's managed by me there. So, but in general, the other ones are truly token gated roles. But in summary, I'm working with them, trying to get that restored right away. Right now, no specific comms only to gated channels. We're pushing every comm to obviously public channels, so everyone's in the loop of everything. But hopefully gated channels will come back very, very soon. So that's the update on Collabland. And keep yelling at me. You can keep adding me and yelling at me every single day. I will continue to Homer Simpson into the bushes until I have an answer that adequately pleases you all.
So there we have it on the Collabland stuff. And I think that kind of wraps up where we're at with the Jolly Jokers, and that's been great, and excited about everything that is coming next. We also had our Own the Madness and Hero of Hoops contests come to an end over the course of the last month, so congratulations to all of our winners. We had Arctic Flareon win the Madness main event and the Vegas trip package. We had Will D win the Jolly Joker Madness and the Vegas package, and then Bet the House taking down the Mint Madness. 41 MFFL77 wins the February Checklist Madness. And then most recently, Irk wins the Hero of Hoops and the third Vegas package. So congratulations to all of our winners. Thanks to everyone for participating in the contests. Thought that they were a ton of fun. And continue to appreciate any feedback that you all have on the contests and the formats and the scoring systems. But yeah, really have enjoyed putting these together and looking forward to many, many more contests in the future. And again, congrats to all of the winners and for all of the support in creating private groups and getting your friends to play. I know that, for me with the Madness game, had some fun with it with some friends and family. People were checking in on the scores, checking in on the leaderboards. So yeah, um, just wanted to summarize those contests and thanks everyone for playing. For the next topic, we're going to talk a little DraftKings Rainmakers just briefly here. So our Rainmakers Pro Tools are all built now on the OTM website. We have our pack tools, which have been a great addition. So we have our pack EV expected value calculator. So you can see any of the packs out there that are available for Rainmakers PGA Tour, whether that be available for primary sales or available on the secondary marketplace. You can see the expected value of opening another pack. And that is based on whatever specifically the contents that remaining are, which is pretty cool. So you can see how many percentage of those packs have been opened. And then for the percent that remains unopened, what is the expected value? And also we have our pack simulator, which you can actually simulate what it's like to open a pack based on whatever is remaining. So you can really, sometimes looking at the EV does not really tell the whole story. Whereas you go and you simulate opening these packs, you can get a feel for what's that range of outcomes. What does a bad pack look like versus what does a good pack look like? So I know there's some people out there that have been hammering the pack rerolls, but yeah, I think that's a super valuable tool in determining whether or not you want to go ahead and purchase some of these packs. And then we also break it down by, again, specifically all of the contents remaining so that you can see for each card out there exactly how many Scotty Scheffler rares remain and what is the percent chance that a Scotty Scheffler rare is in the next pack that gets opened. All that kind of stuff you can find with our pack tool, in addition to the pack opening feed, which shows you in real time as every pack gets opened, what were the contents of the pack, what was the value of the contents in that pack, and who the user was that opened that. So yeah, lots of good stuff there with regards to the packs. We have our players and market tools, which have been out for a while, that give you a feel for each of the players, their low ask across the different tiers, their odds in the upcoming tournament, and the market where you see the 24-hour volume, 24-hour percent changes, all of that stuff to kind of help you get a feel for what's moving on the marketplace, where's there may be opportunities, who's underpriced for an upcoming tournament. We recently added a sniper tool where you can see all of the listings popping up live in real time, identify whether or not it's a new low ask for that specific card. And yeah, I mean, always a fun tool. I know that it's one of the favorite tools that people leverage from the OTM analytics site for Top Shot and for All Day. Excited to have that for Rainmakers as well. We do not have any kind of true value indicator like we do in the other ones, mostly because the serials in this game is not nearly as relevant as it is in the collector game of Top Shot and All Day. But we do have the sniper tool that allows people to go quickly identify when there's an opportunity on the marketplace to go make those purchases. You can then, of course, link up your collection to your DraftKings account by going ahead and listing one of your cards on the marketplace at the specific price that we ask for. And then once you've synced up your collection, you can see all the moments that you own or cards that you own. You can filter by whatever you want to filter by. You can see across the whole site when you do own one of the cards. It'll show up with the check marks. And then you can use the lineup builder to take the cards that you have, see who is playing in the upcoming tournament, and just kind of give you a nice, easy spot to build multiple lineups and really decide how to optimally use your portfolio for the upcoming contests and decide how you want to build your teams and how you want to allocate all of the cards that you have. And then lastly, we have the schedule, which simply shows the schedule of all of the PGA Tour events and the associated Rainmakers prize pool that goes along with it. That is everything that we have for the Rainmakers Pro Tools. We also have the Rainmakers Fantasy Golf Show, which is a weekly show taking place with Coop and I Coop, you want to tell people a little bit about our weekly content schedule with regards to Rainmaker's PGA Tour?
Yeah, you covered all the tools in incredible depth. Couple pieces of color from me. I think one, awesome to be partnered with a behemoth like DraftKings. Think that the Rainmakers product is a really cool, innovative, forward-looking way to enable NFTs in a gaming mechanism that involves sports and what is happening on the field, course, uh, you know, pitch, whatever you want to call it, Octagon, because they have UFC. I think the other thing is we're going to continue to see them iterate on this product. So fun to be partnered with them on this journey for providing Rainmakers tools. Love all of the interaction that is happening pretty much on a daily basis over there in the Rainmakers golf channel, or Rainmakers PGA channel. Ton of like big winners coming from the Jolly Jokers, which is really fun. And, you know, I think in general, we're just very early into what kind of tools will be helpful. How does DraftKings roll out their products and contests, and what are all of the ways that they can unlock some entertainment value via sports and fantasy sports. So really excited to be partnered with them there. And what we've learned and continue to learn, shout out TJ, just did a, what was it? How long were you streaming? I can't even remember now. How long were you streaming? Essentially like 15, 16-hour stream. Content really means a ton in this space and will continue to mean a ton going forward. So, we're trying to structure content around our tools and the games that we're providing. That is the basis of doing the Rainmakers Golf Show. And the best way to grow content organically is via the community and doing it together. If TJ and myself talk into microphones, but no one listens, then are we really talking into microphones? I don't think so. But in general, we're going to continue to do content, put ourselves out there, showcase the tools. Going to be in the DraftKings Marketplace Discord tomorrow. TJ is going to be doing a run through of all the tools. Looking forward to showcasing the power of the tools that we've built thus far. And, honestly, just getting started on this journey that is Rainmakers. So you can catch myself and TJ doing recap and preview show on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I'll be doing some sort of strategy article. Strategy article for this week is in the works. Will be published within the hour or so, trying to focus on some plays for Thursday morning at the RBC Heritage. And then tomorrow, Wednesdays, every Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a solo lineup building show using the tools on our site, putting together the lineups that I want to play for the weekend, and also answering any listener questions that you guys have. Things like 1v1 or 2v2 golfer decisions that you have as a part of your lineups. Who should I be playing at captain? Embracing the variance of that is golf, and just kind of having fun with the product. I think if you're at all interested in golf, you haven't jumped into the product, you can start your account for free, get a starter pack, play at the core level for a very reasonable amount of money with still some significant prize money at stake. Shout out Hammer and Glib. They've taken home some big prizes in both the core and the rare contest. So shout out those guys for grinding and finding the right plays week to week and just having fun with a game that involves a lot of luck, but also some skill-based decision making in lineups and how to construct lineups. So a lot to learn and a lot more to do, and would love to hear any feedback that you all have, things that would be interesting for you to know, easier ways for you to get involved with the game, anything like that. And if golf isn't your thing, there is a ton of other Rainmaker type products. So easy to wet the beak potentially and just get a little bit of a flavor for Rainmakers in general, and who knows what comes next.
Yeah, it's been a ton of fun. Really enjoying the game myself. I posted the links to the YouTube and Spotify show, so we are now not only doing the YouTube show but also turning that into podcast format. So it's now available on Spotify and a couple other podcast platforms. Apple Store is still pending. Also going to pop in this link because if you are not yet a member of DraftKings, you can sign up with our link and get started. And then, as Coop alluded to, tomorrow I will, at 3 p.m. Eastern time, be doing a little fireside chat over in the DraftKings Discord. So anyone that is able to attend, I think it would be great to get as many Jokers in the room as possible, just to kind of continue that brand recognition. And yeah, I would say that the next step here is looking to bring some more folks into the Jolly Joker and Own the Moment communities through the DraftKings Rainmakers game. We've done a little bit of like external activity over there, but not a ton of what I would consider heavy marketing to new customers. So that'll be a great opportunity to get in front of all those folks in the Discord tomorrow, and would appreciate you attending if you're around. So there we have it. I think that covers everything with
Yeah, well,
DraftKings.
one more thing I wanted to cover quickly. You said it. Yeah, we're doing TJ and I are doing the Monday show. We are predominantly trying to make that show as friendly to the podcast format, to the audio only format as possible. And I think you'll see a little bit more of that from us across a lot of the content that we're focused on, for two reasons. One, a lot of people are back moving around again, if you will, post the COVID lockdowns. I think that world was so much people sitting at their computer wanting to take in content on YouTube, and we sort of had adjusted to that. But I think, now people are in their cars commuting, moving around a lot more. Therefore, I think the audio format does work well. Would love to hear from you guys if you enjoy taking in, content via audio, because I think that's something that we're trying to think about and do going forward when we do YouTube shows. Of course, or when we do any shows, of course, we'll always be on YouTube, but trying to make the show as friendly to a version of the audience that is listening only versus viewing the content. So I think that's something we're thinking about. Would love to hear any feedback, thoughts that you all have on how you're consuming the content and what might be good for, how to get content into the ears and eyes of more people.
On to the next one. The New Orleans Jolly Jokers are on a 6-game winning streak here in the SimWin preseason. So that's been a ton of fun getting that up and running. Justin has been crushing it as the coach of the Jolly Jokers, whether he is directly coaching in game or setting us up with a really solid strategy before the game for these 2 a.m. ones. So yeah, the 6-game win streak there. Our next preseason game is taking place tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be starting right at the same time as the poker game. We're going to be streaming it live on playback during the game. So this is a fun kind of new way to activate our playback channel. So I am also going to post that link on in here too. If you are not a member of the playback channel, might as well click that link right now and at least join as a member. Especially for the SimWin games, you don't need to connect your TV provider or anything like that. We will simply be recording the game from our YouTube channel and then streaming that to playback. So you'll be able to watch it live with us in playback, talk in chat about the game, and then it will become available to watch on replay via our YouTube channel. And so this will be like our 7th preseason game. Regular season should be coming pretty soon, so stay tuned for more details. We're going to keep everybody updated when we have those as we get into the regular season. I mean, this is where things are going to get real. There's going to be NFT sales involved where everyone will have the opportunity to go and mint some players. There's going to be DFS, daily fantasy sports contests on these games where you can play fantasy sports for real money. And look, I mean, it's going to be a good time, and I guarantee you that nobody knows more about SimWin right now than Justin. Justin was not able to make it tonight because he's traveling, but Justin has been absolutely in the lab when it comes to SimWin and like literally analyzing which plays work, which plays don't work. How do you score the long touchdowns? How do you best prevent the long touchdowns on defense? He's really been putting in a ton of effort and strategy, and I mean it's paying off because we keep winning these games, and it's been a lot of fun. And like the product, every time I watch it, it's getting better and better and feeling more and more real and looking more and more like a high-end video game. So I'm super pumped for everything that this team has coming. As we've talked about before, the team behind SimWin, bunch of them come from EA Sports, creators of Madden, ton of credibility ton of big name celebrity athletes that are involved and the owners of these other teams. So we're stoked about that, and we're gonna have more information coming on this soon. But Justin is also going to be starting another new podcast where he's going to be talking SimWin, bring on some guests. So yeah, we'll have details on that for once the timing is right and kind of the regular season gets going and we get that podcast up and running. But it's gonna be looking pretty good and gonna be a fun time out there competing as the New Orleans Jolly Jokers against all these other celebs. So join us tonight, 8 p.m. in the playback, play some poker, hang out and watch our football team get another W here in the preseason.
Tonight's game is going to be a good one if you want to get a look at one of the celebrity players. The Battleships are captained, coached, and run and ultimately led on the field by Marshall Faulk. So our defense will be trying to stop Marshall Faulk, the cheat code, all night long. So it should be pretty fun to watch that. And yeah, I'm super excited for Justin's show, the integration of all of the celebrities within SimWin and how they make that happen. Just going to be a ton of fun as we move forward into the regular season.
Without a doubt. And then also tonight, we've got the Jolly Joker Series of Poker. Week 4 continues this evening. Congratulations to our 3 winners thus far. We've got B-Money 015, we've got JDG, and we've got Rubik's Cube 81. Each of those has earned one of the 27 spots in the JJSOP finale. AC Typer is currently in first place in the cumulative standings. I can go ahead and post those in here too. We've got a little Google sheet going where you can see the standings and where everyone's at and the week by week breakdown. And as a reminder, each week the top 27 earn points and the winner automatically earns one of the 27 JJSOP finale seats. And then following that, the top 10 in the final standings, excluding the winners that already got a seat, will get the next 10 seats. And then the final grouping of, 8 seats, 9 seats, will be TBD future tournaments, and at least some of which will involve the Jolly Joker tiers. So there we have it. Jolly Joker Series of Poker. Make sure you get on in there and register for tonight's tournament. Let's see. We've got 83 people in thus far, 2.5 hours until the cards are in the air. As always, we'll have an hour of late registration after that. Good luck to everybody on the tables this evening. All right. The final topic of this evening, we've got NBA playoffs. The play-in games start this evening. We are excited to test a little bit of a new contest here for the playoffs. So I'm going to break that down for everyone here, and should be available to enter pretty soon later this evening. But yeah, so here's how this is going to work for the playoffs. We are going to try out a new weekly format of hoops. So it's going to be 6 slates starting next Monday. So I know that we have the play-in games all week, and then the true playoffs start Saturday, Sunday. So all of those games, there will not be any relevance for this playoff contest. But then starting next Monday, the first weekly contest will lock. And then every Monday after that, for 6 weeks total, there will be a weekly lock. The lineup construction is exactly the same as regular hoops, where you're playing 8 players from your Top Shot collection, and you can select one rare or legendary to be your hero. And how the scoring will work is that it will be essentially a best ball format. So each of the players that you play, the only score that will count is whatever their best score is over the course of that 7-day period. So if I have Joel Embiid in my lineup and Joel Embiid has 3 games over the course of that week and he scores 51 game, 45 another game, and 65 in his third game, then Joel Embiid will score 65 points, taking the best of his 3 games that he played. This will then, each week, there will be the leaderboard, and the winners, the top 10 on each weekly leaderboard, will win an OTM Pick'em Pack, which will be for a future game that will be coming later this summer. Pick'em Packs is kind of what the new branding that we are going to be using for games such as Madness, for such as TOC Best Ball, and some other games that we have being built in the lab. And then in addition, we will have a cumulative leaderboard. So there's 6 weekly contests. Each week, you score a certain amount of points. And then what we will do is the cumulative leaderboard will count your best 4 out of your 6. So this is just a way for if somebody misses a week for whatever reason, or again, we're still testing this format. So you essentially drop 2 out of your 6 scores, and 4 of them will count, and there will be a cumulative leaderboard. And whoever ends up being the winner of that cumulative leaderboard will win another trip to Vegas for NBA Summer League this summer, $1,000 travel package to join the 4 or so winners that we have that already have locked down their seat at the table. So yeah, to summarize, weekly format, submit your lineup every Monday. Best score from each player for that week is the one that will count. The next Monday, another weekly slate starts. You set your lineup again. And during this, there's a cumulative leaderboard where each of those weekly lineup scores are being added together, and 4 out of the 6 will end up counting towards the leaderboard and determine the winner. Any questions, Coop? Did I miss anything in describing the game?
Absolutely flawless execution of delivering a relatively complex version of NBA and hoops fantasy. I think it's going to be really fun. You can also, Neil would be remiss if I didn't mention, no hoops slates this week, but you can create private contests, as TJ already linked to the Boards to Buckets contest. You can also create your own private contests. But yeah, I'm excited for the weekly version of this game because it is crazy to track all of the movement that happens in the NBA on a night by night basis and sort of like on a minute by minute basis as lock approaches. So excited for a bit of a weekly game and excited to test this out to see what you all think about a weekly style contest as we move forward. I guess let's hit on real quick why 6 weeks. If anyone's looking at the schedule, you'll see that takes us basically up to the finals, but does not include the finals. So why don't you hit on the finals there, Tej?
Yeah. So basically the idea is that this will end like right before the NBA finals. Just because once it's down to only 2 teams, I mean, there's only so many players that are going to pick from. Everyone's basically going to have the same team. So I think this format works well for the playoffs because as we get deeper into the playoffs, there's only going to be like 2 games a night kind of thing. And as Coop said, as we look forward to next season, I think there's kind of two itches to be scratched here, right? There's certainly a population of people that want the daily game and that will play the daily game. But as we saw, the daily game can get crazy with injuries. It's a lot to keep up with. And so, the hunch is that there's a population of people that would prefer a weekly game where it's like, hey, once a week, I just got to set my lineup and then it's set it and forget it, right? Like all I have to know is that my player's at least going to play one time this week. I don't have to be following all of the injury news every single day, and a little bit of a lighter touch way to play hoops. So that is how it's going to go. I see Kukla's Cards asking prizes for the weekly slate. So for the
Fails,
weekly
fails,
slate,
fails the test, fails the town hall test.
wasn't listening.
Just kidding, Kukla. Someone's gonna help you out. His name is
But,
Jolly
yeah.
TJ.
I'll post an article on this too, probably sometime tomorrow or maybe late tonight if I'm feeling ambitious. But so each week the top 10 on the leaderboard will get the OTM pick'em pack, which will be used for a future pack in a game that we have, and then for the cumulative leaderboard, that is where the winner gets the trip to Vegas. So we've got the weekly prizes to shoot for, and then the big grand prize at the end for the cumulative winner. And again, a lot of this, like we of course wanted to have something to do for the playoffs. Didn't want to just run back the same exact thing as Hero of Hoops. I think Hero of Hoops was great. Definitely a type of format that we're going to look to in the future. But a lot of what we're doing is testing different things, seeing how it works, seeing what people like. So that as we get into next season for Hoops, for Rumble, we are offering the most fun suite of games and kind of hitting the variety of needs of the people and making sure that everyone has something fun that they like to play that fits the kind of time and effort that they are willing to put in. And then I dropped this in earlier, but we do have, there is a hoops contest running tonight from the Boards to Bucket group. So for anyone that is interested in getting involved in a little 2-game slate here, we do have that running this evening. Anyone here is welcome to join it. I'll post that link in here once again. All right. And okay. So the contest is going to lock next Monday, but as Neil just said, it'll be open within the next hour so that you can start to enter it, start to mess around with your lineups, and then we will adjust the player pool as the actual teams and matchups get determined through these playoff games. Or play-in games, I should say. So there we have it. That's Hoops. Another chance to win your way to Vegas. But we do want to talk about this Vegas trip a bit. So the plan is that the Jolly Jokers are going to be taking over Vegas this July. From July 12th through the 16th is when I personally am going to be there. It's during the World Series of Poker and during NBA Summer League. So should be lots of stuff going on, lots of fun things to do. And we've got the people that are going to be winning a couple of the trips here. But the goal and the hope and the idea is that if people are interested, we got a bunch of folks out there and have a little Jolly Joker get together. So I'm going to post a form in here if people could go fill it out. Just want to start to gauge interest on how many people would want to attend, maybe could attend, definitely don't want to or can't attend, just to get a feel for what we're looking at and what we can kind of expect. So if everyone wants to just go in, fill out that form, even if it's a no, it's helpful to get the no, just so that we are kind of aware and able to look at what kind of group we would be looking at here. And yeah, I mean, I'm super stoked for it. I have not been to Vegas in a very, very long time. I'm excited to get out there, play a little $600 poker tournament that they have for the World Series of Poker. I think that's a fun one. I forget what it's called, like the Ultra Stack or something crazy like that. So that should be a good time. But yeah, popping this Google form in here if folks are able to fill it out with your preferences, that would be great. And also just a little open comment box there if you have anything to add, thoughts, suggestions, feedback, whatever it may be. Poker Pro Eric can post something about Liv in there, since I see that all he's doing is spamming this chat with Liv stuff. But yeah, Vegas, baby, in July. Looking forward to it. And in general, just looking forward to all the awesome things ahead for this community, for this group. Tons of plans still in the works behind the scenes as we look towards a fun off season. And hey, before we know it, it's going to be the 2023 football season, going to be the 2023 basketball season. So lots of things ahead. In the meantime, enjoying NBA playoffs, enjoying golf, and looking forward to Vegas and Summer League in July. I've been looking to go to Summer League for 2 years now, ever since the beginning of Top Shot. So I'm pretty pumped to be there. And hopefully we'll get the opportunity to meet some of you in person, hang out, and have a good time. All right. Think that does it for everything this evening. Coop, anything that I missed or any final words? And then we'll probably go ahead and shut her down.
No, I don't think so. I think you covered it all. Awesome to just get together with the community on a monthly basis. As you said in the beginning, it feels like it's been much longer than 1 month since we sold out. So huge props to you all. Absolutely loved the rallying that happened to get us to a sellout. Big props to you all. A lot of things in the works. Excited for all of the things that we already have going, that we've been working on, that will be coming. Excited for a ton of that stuff. Can't wait for Vegas. As you said, we've been trying to get to Vegas for a couple of years now, so we're definitely making it happen this year. So excited for that. And yeah, pumped to just continue to see the community grow day by day. Love when new people come into the Discord. You all are some of the best at guiding them, answering questions. Just think we've fostered a really, really fun group of people here, and excited to keep growing and doing this thing together with you all.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, everyone, for joining this evening. We'll, of course, be around. Make sure you get into the poker tournament for this evening. Make sure you join our playback group and come hang out and watch the New Orleans Jolly Jokers at 8 p.m. tonight. And we'll catch you next time.